Hey everybody, Radaman here for another episode of CI Survivors. So I just first off wanted to say thank you all for the wonderful feedback about Patreon. Don't worry, nothing is ever going to be locked behind a paywall. I wouldn't do that to you guys. And then also, I'm very excited about my cows. Yes. So a few things to note first. I'm going to need to sell my statues. So I'm going to go ahead and immediately start uninstalling them so that we can sell them. I'm going to repurpose the tailoring area to the new farm. So what I'm going to do here is manage a new area, and we'll call this cows. And we're going to put cows in here, and then animals, cows, go to cows. Another thing I'm going to need is the most efficient way to feed cows is nutrient paste. So I am going to get one of those going here. And then I'm going to set up a new food zone. So this one will be called veggies. And let's only allow vegetarian. And this one will be called meat, etc. And here we're going to allow meat that isn't insect. I'll remember to hit human and insect. And then also we're going to allow animal products of milk. And then here, additionally, let's allow plant matter of psychoid. Alright. So we have this beautiful... Oh, let's go ahead and start hauling these. Where's Sarah? We want to go ahead and sell some of these statues too, right? We'll make new ones. Alright, so before I forget, let's get these statues sold. So we're going to buy 2 advanced components. Man, I am really tempted to try to buy some of the penicillin stuff. But I digress. Let's go ahead and sell these lovely statues. Alright. Is there anything else for me to buy? I could buy some meat. But no, I'm not going to. I think I'm good. Oh, they have even more blocks. Yeah, I'll buy a few more blocks. I don't know where they got those from, but I didn't ask where. I just need to be surprised that they have them at all. Because I was pretty sure I bought all the blocks. Alright, then let's... The bedroom is going to get repurposed to tailoring. Not quite as efficient as having dedicated tailoring, but I'll have to make do. I think I'm going to train them in obedience, just because I can. It doesn't hurt. And I want to get that nutrient paste meal system going as soon as I can. Alright, now that we've done our trades, let's go ahead and move the beacon. I get asked about why I move the beacon often. I feel like I've answered this often, but it's because enemies can target your beacon to pod down on you. I don't want that to happen, so I set up a beacon for it. Alright, so we have our nutrient paste meal. thing, if you want to call it. This hopper, I'm going to set up that it's critically important that we store rice in it. And then speaking of rice, because we have these cows, I'm not exactly sure what my rice requirements are going to be, so temporarily I'm going to change the few of the basins. Poor Kuro just got enlisted to do some heavy grunt work. Should have known to trust me. Alright, so for us to make nutrient-paste meals, we're going to call this nutrient-paste meal. Is that what it's really called? Meals? Nutrient-paste meal. Okay. There's a little trick to do it. Let's first... Wow. So right now we're training them, which means we're going to be feeding them rice, which will keep them fed. What I need to do is I need to get one of my pawns nice and hungry, because cows won't automatically withdraw paste meals. You have to make the meals yourself. So my hungriest pawn is maybe Kuro. And I'll just keep an eye on him. Alright. I will get back to mining soon. I'm just waiting for all the hauling to be done. Alright, Mr. Kuro. You are fairly hungry. Ooh, psychic drone. Alright, so instead of consuming a meal, here's how you get him to make nutrient-paste meals. We're going to step him up, enlist him, forbid that. And then, as long as there is rice, we can crank out another meal. So let's forbid this one here. And forbid that one there. And that's 30 meals for now. That's a good start. And I can turn this off now. And let's go ahead and haul these nutrient-paste meals down to the cows so they can eat. It isn't much, but it's what I can afford, and I get milk out of it. It's not ideal for a cow, but they're digital cows. They're not actually surviving like this in real life. So I don't want to be demonized for how I'm treating him. Okay, I want my Bionic arm. So while high on wake up, let's get at it. Ooh, what? Alright, so I was told that decaying the guns aren't going to make them any more inaccurate, so I might as well just move these guns in now. Okay, that was really unproductive, given that given that I really ideally wanted to be productive in this time while on Wake Up to make another bionic arm for Condor, but Condor starts to fight. Let's look at that. Serra. Oh, well. Yeah. That's not Condor's fault. If I'm being honest and fair. I don't know. Oh my goodness, what did I ever do in a past life? I must have been a saint. Alright, so let's not forget about the wool. Look at that blood. That is not a very nice dining room anymore. Note to self, don't pick a fight with a man with bionic arm. He punches unfairly. Ooh, another meteorite. Speaking of the bionic arm. Alright, so our crappy guns are inside. This should be allowing milk, but we need to make it more important, don't we? Alright, now these guys are starting to haul chunks. Kuro, we seem to be in the money, limestone-wise. So let's act like it. And I realize it doesn't all have the same spacing. I guess I could give it all the same spacing. I know someone pedantically will have a migraine if I don't do it like that. I'm not calling you all pedants, but I am. Not all of you. Some of you. Alright. That is a lot of construction. Lucky for me, it is late spring. Alright, so as far as training goes, I think we're done. Yeah, cow 1, cow 2. Ta-da, we are done with the cows. So she is trying to get as much work done on that bionic arm as possible. That will really help Kuro crank out more minerals. I'm kind of tempted to give it to her, to be honest. Man, he was head bashing me quite a lot. Condor really flew into a crazy rage. Alright, let's go ahead and give it to her. Operation Bionic Shoulder. And this should be not an issue at all. So other tips. Bionic and Samantha, sorry, I botched your name. Had a tip, which is to give this shooting practice. So if I expand shooting practice here, so there will be a pawn forced to stand here, and that will allow the pawn to repair the sandbags around him. Another one, Romkins. Okay, what do Romkins want? Blight. Cool. I love Blight. Thanks, Blight. That's my favorite event. I'm kidding. Said the bedrooms looked a little messy and bad. And to arrange them more nicely, I guess. I'm not exactly sure what I'm supposed to do with that. But I'll try to interpret what that means. So we're going to have, because it's so damn cold, heaters all around the bedroom. And like a dresser by the back wall. I don't know. I think this bedroom's fine. Man, that bedroom's kind of filthy. This bedroom looks better, I guess. I really just had the beds so close to the doors because that's just faster for the guys to walk around, right? It wasn't about looks necessarily. All right, so the blight did spread a little while everyone was sleeping, but I'm cleaning it up. One spot left. Lest we forget. All right, so Serra now has a bionic arm. She's still in pretty bad pain, but lesson learned, right? And I'm going to allow her to make advanced components. I want to get everyone kind of Bionic soldiered up. Because the defense is not going to be easy, and I might as well just have the best possible pawns I can. Alright, so if I go ahead and let's see how many fine meals I can get. See if I can't subsist on fine meals. I probably can. Oh, definitely can't if I'm on a food binge. Let's go ahead and pause this while Condor eats simple meals and not fine ones. He's been insulted a bunch. Serra really doesn't like him. Condor hates Serra far more than Serra hates Condor. It's funny because they tend to be like duo partners, but they really dislike each other for whatever reason. You'd think she'd hate Kuro more, but nope, not really. They're playing chess together though. Kind of funny. Alright, he's no longer picking out on food. We did deplete a huge amount of our food stores thanks to that lovely event there. Thank you, Condor, for eating me out of house and home. Alright, so Serra's fully healed. We get a fair amount of fine meals every day. Some lovely milk and rice. I guess kind of describing rice pudding in a way. So I guess that's our diet. We eat rice pudding every day. That's the fine meals. Alright, got a little dirty in there. These cows have obviously generated a lot of filth. What I'm going to do is have Condor prioritize cleaning. He was previously doing a lot of house hauling, but he can be Captain Clean now. You know what? He really should be mining. Well, I'm not mining because I haven't ordered it to, I think is the problem. So we're getting a fair bit of the external walls set up. Condor's off mining, so he's not doing the farm, so Serra has to. Kuro's pastime is going to be construction. Work him to the bone. Oh, well, these guys are smarter. What kind of weapons do they have? Pretty crap ones, if I'm being honest. Time to get everyone up and ready for a little bit of a raid. Midnight raid. So let's see. Most of their gear should allow them to fight for some time. Because it's really truly not that cold. It's negative 150. They're not gonna like immediately keel over due to hypothermia is I guess what I'm trying to say. Not like normal. Having some of the double walls is definitely going to be proved to be useful. Ooh, you set things on fire. You cheeky little beast. Wasn't expecting that. Alright, he wants to pummel a door, that's fine. These guys are about to enter the... Oh, setting that on fire. Alright, well, welcome to my kill box. Population U. Shot his head off, clean off his body. Alright, so they're fleeing now. Let's allow everyone to go back to work, except for Serra, who is obviously the striptician. I like that word. I really like that word. Striptician. The miss who strips. Lady Battlefield. It's going to be very sad for... Oh! I even got a self-tamed snow hare? Holy moly. That means I need a butcher spot. I'm just gonna butcher it right there. Alright, orbital trade beacon went bye-bye. That's okay. It's not that costly. They're probably like, ha! We burned some of the base down. And I'm like, okay. You have fun with that. You do you, my little friend. Alright, I'm probably not going to be able to... Alright, that's enough breaking my door. I thought they'd freeze first, but obviously making pretty good progress. In fact, she's going to break it. You jerk. I should have taken that seriously. Well, Gwendy, you definitely are a hard worker. You couldn't have done that a little sooner, buddy? Alright, well, we have enough granite blocks to replace that, so let's just go ahead and build a copy. Ooh, Bull got back up. Oh. Not going to be able to strip you in time. Alright, a little bit of hare meat. Gets added to my diet. No issues there. Ugh. I am currently generating power. Condor's up. And tending to that. That's like exactly where the last fire was. Deja fire. Ooh, rotting away. I hadn't really thought of that. Alright, so these lovely creatures here, they're good until 14 degrees Celsius, or Fahrenheit. So let's go ahead and lower these heaters so that we don't lose our meals. We'll keep the room chilly. Because we don't want our nutrient paste meals spoiling like that. That was a big waste. Alright, so he wants to eat. But I need more nutrient paste meals because I let my old ones spoil. So I need to get him to stop pulling meals out of his God knows where, and crank out some meals. And crank out some more. I'll do 20 this time. Well, apparently I'm going to do more. Alright. There we go. Let's go ahead and haul some meals for them. And now it's refrigerated. So let's see. I'm going to reinstall this. You know what? I'm just going to close this all together. And there, frozen. Exactly what we want it to be. So there's still a lot of stuff out here in our stockpile area that I should tidy up. I'm going to use Ms. Serra. She's the first one awake. I'm also going to need to haul their bodies out so I can burn them down. I don't want to get rid of the snow that's in the kill box. That snow is important. Man, this base is getting all sorts of grimy. Alright, I did a force drop just so that I can get back to work sooner. I can... Ooh, that's a headless corpse, not a vest. I can organize all this later. There's still some more stuff. Alright, that's most of it. A lot of it is weapons and other random miscellaneous stuff that I'm going to want to smelt eventually anyway. Kiro's doing a pretty good job of getting this wall up. Condor is still hauling steel and mining. As long as he's being productive, that works for me. Don't need that butcher spot anymore. Oh, but that doesn't work for me. Get rid of that, my friend. It's a big old no-no, and he knows it. Alright, home. Let's have you clean. This base is getting all sorts of nasty. Cows will do that to you, right? turn it into a pigsty. Honestly, part of the problem is all these. We have so much more additional resources that we are struggling dealing with the increased resources that we never really had before. So these 2 cows almost make enough fine meals every day to keep us sustained. It's pretty close. Now, maybe they do. Now that I'm looking at the new stockpile of milk that we have, it's possible it actually outpaces it. That'd be pretty cool. Fine meals forever. Never thought I'd be able to achieve that on the sea ice. That's for sure. So that little raid definitely got us some wealth. No doubt about that. Alright, we have that leg now. So let's go ahead and install it. Bionic right leg in the rival condor. Alright, home. Let's get him back on focus. Cleaning up the things that matter most. The closer it is to our base, the more I want it clean, I guess. We just haul. Fine, whatever. Could have done the trick, but I didn't want to fight with him indefinitely. We're getting the double walls up. We still have a healthy amount of stone left, and chunks to boot. There's definitely a weird smattering of different. Oh, hello. Weird smattering of different stone that we are defending with. Most of it's limestone at this point, but there's different pieces of it that don't make that much congruent sense. Alright, so before I forget, let's go ahead and haul this wool, because you know me. I like to forget these things. And then we'll get the new milk. Perfect weight. Oops. Regular old haul him back home. I don't really care that he gets near home. I just don't want to have to run for his body in the future. So that's close enough. While he's sleeping, might as well give him a new leg. So he's not a jogger, so it's not like he's going to be able to keep up with Serra. But Bionic legs will definitely help him outpace potential enemies, for sure. Another meteorite? Randy, you are too kind. Holm here is doing his best to tidy up everything. The world is nasty, bloody mess. He's trying, man. He is trying. Alright, it might be milk time. It's a weird way of saying it, but alright. Let's go ahead and get that milk. Probably won't have enough weight to carry all this. Nope. Gonna have to leave some of this behind for another trip. But now that we have all this extra milk, that'll help us stockpile on the fine food. Sort of honestly in an unnatural way. It's hard to get a good gauge on whether we're making progress in terms of being able to have more fine meals than not. And then, of course, you get a shipment of milk, and who knows, those numbers get all thrown off. This might be the last set of limestone here. Yeah. Does look that way. Well, our slag and another social fight. This time it got broken up rather quickly. But involve teeth and fists. They fight dirty. Well, he does. He seems to bite a lot more than she does. His name's Condor, I guess that makes sense. Condor obviously looking like he needs a tidy up. Just kidding. Alright, so I told him to... Wow, and he already did it. Let's go for something that takes a little bit more time then. So Holm is wearing the wrong toque. Or not the wrong toque, but... Oh, we're at 50%. We don't have a good toque. Let's go ahead and make one. Toque out of Megasloth wool. I'm going to make 4, in fact. But for that to happen, I need to prioritize a little bit better. Alright, so Kuro's now repairing, which means the wall is done. And it is. That looks mighty fine. Mighty fine indeed. What I'm going to do is... going to make sure I don't have any roof out there. Because if raiders are hugging my walls, I want to be able to shoot them easily. Alright, we got a bunch of good toques. Everyone can plop one on. Maybe keep Condor out here a little longer, though. Inspired recruitment. Looks so much cleaner when we tidy up. I know everyone insults me for cleaning up the sea ice, but oh my goodness, it makes a world of difference. Ooh, a lovely aurora. I must have forced her to craft because she was obviously starving herself to death. That's a big whoops. Absolutely not what I intended. Looking good out there. Looking much cleaner. Only would snow. If it snowed, it'd be a lot easier on me. Tidying up all that blood that's out there. Condor's progress looking good. Looking solid. Kuro is finally repairing the kill box fully. There's a lot of damage there. Quite a lot of damage. We've damaged some walls as well. Condor is bringing in the big bucks, meaning Plasteel. Very excited about that. He's trying to woo her, isn't he? Yep. Quit it, pig. Alright, now we're starting to smelt. Well, I should let her sleep. She's starting to smelt weapons, which is good. Means we threw all our slag. Watching the sunset. That's sweet. While home here is watching the telly. The differences of our pawns sometimes amuses me. Oh, well, that about kills the mining. Alright, I'm going to restrict everyone to home. Ooh, that's kind of misleading, because my home zone's kind of everywhere. I'll just have to be careful of that. Alright, when you are awake, switch toques, because everyone else has new, nice toque. So I think at this point, I'm a little tempted to go back to regular clothing instead of travel wear. Travel wear is warmer, but regular clothing is more armor. I don't know, it's kind of a toss-up. Maybe I'll stay with warmth. I think hypothermia is still very much my enemy. My primary enemy. Ooh, it is snowing. Well, it's not snowing. It's toxic fallouting. It's a little different. I'll just have to keep an eye on the toxic buildup. Obviously, I don't want him becoming demented or something like that. Looks like I need to keep another eye on someone that is getting hungry, because we will need to make some more nutrient paste soon. And making the last bionic leg for Condor. Condor, having been stuck outside cleaning in the toxic fallout, is food binging. It's kind of too bad that he likes to food binge so much. And he likes to fight Serra, like, a lot. This honestly seems to be his main pastime. No, he went to sleep. So that helps. So we're still smelting down weapons. One of the cows just caught the flu. Cow flu, bovine, mad cow. Feeding it manually some nutrient paste. Alright, I'm taking Condor off of cleaning. These bodies are going to rot because of the toxic fallout. Real nice, right? Real nice, rotten bodies. I guess I should deal with that in due time. I never really intended for this to have chunks allowed, so let's get rid of the chunks. Serra seems to be in the brightest of moods. Ooh, Condor with the creativity. So if Serra, you have a good mood, let's go ahead and burn some of these corpses. Guess I should have moved the slag first. Oh yeah, we're not allowed home right now. Alright, let's clear the home zone. Nope, I'm a little busy. Not gonna offer you refugee status at the moment. Stop putting out the corpses. Let them burn. Alright, looks like what am I, still working on the leg? Yeah, I guess I am. Alright, he's starting to get minor toxic buildup. So what I'm going to do here is, we have a home zone restriction. I'm just going to really tightly adhere to it. As much as I want to get all of the nasty rubble and nasty crap off the sea ice, the mental stability of my pawns, believe it or not, takes a precedent. I know, it's crazy, right? Absolutely crazy that I actually care about my pawns, but there you have it. With that bombshell, we'll clean up piecemeal, even if it takes a while. I'm fine waiting patiently, if I must. Guess I need to do this bulk. Actually, that should be home zone. We want to give it our steel wall a little bit of cushion. So I think this was traditionally the home zone. And we'll, yeah, that looks good. Ooh, a combat supplier. That's a really good trader, because we have an enormous amount of flak vests. And no one to sell them to. Also, possible the combat supplier buys drugs. I kind of forget off the top of my head. We'll also buy the one shield belt we have. So there's that too, as well. Ooh, it's not powered. There we go. Sorry. Wiki. Healthier negotiator? Oh yeah, that does seem to be a problem. Have Serra do it. Alright, we have a bunch of worn down flak vests. So that's a whole lot of flak vests that we are getting rid of, which is pretty cool. I want to make my own marine armor. So I'm not going to trade them marine armor at the moment, or buy rather their marine armor at the moment. So let's see what else they are willing to buy. Apila, Great Bow, Sandstone Club. That'll free up some space. Our LMG, sure. 2 of the Molotovs, all of the EMPs. I don't really like EMP grenades. I know some people swear by them. I just don't. They're useful, no doubt, but I find them just unreliable enough to get you into trouble, if you ask me. Alright, so that gets rid of most of our random excess. Oh, I guess we'll have backup cocktails. And this Oh, Bionic leg just finished, which will be his right leg. Left leg. Yes, left leg. Sorry. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait on that until some of this toxic buildup goes away. Restrictions are still, yeah, stay within the base. I'll let toxic buildup get a little too far. Should definitely have sort of reeled that back in sooner. Looks like the cows are going to be needing food soon, but hey, look at that. My hour is up. There was maybe one other tip. Yamauta second hospital bed. Yes. So a second hospital bed is not a terrible idea. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. So before I end this episode, I will do just that. Let's get a hospital bed and a vitals monitor. Just queued up. I don't need to build it yet. And other tips. Sorry about the doing the tips at the end. No, all right. I went over them all. All right, guys. So, thank you all for your feedback. It has been incredibly helpful. It's been making me a better player. I really love reaching out to all of you. The community for my channel, I've got to say, impresses me every day. And if you're trying this for yourself, drop me your story. If you have any suggestions or questions, just ask or let me know. And I hope you tune in next time. If you haven't subscribed yet, I might as well just ask you all. I'm sure you get that from every YouTuber, so I kind of regret even suggesting it. But I'll catch you all later. Adios, friends.